The day is 6th August 1945. Hiroshima in Japan was devastated by the first ever nuclear blast in history. Exactly 3 days later, 9th August 1945, Nagasaki in Japan was again devastated by the second nuclear attack ever. It devastated and halted the country. It forced the country to stop the war against US, Russia and China, and that was the punishment that it faced. The attack on Hiroshima commenced on 8:15 AM. The plane that was carrying the bomb was named Enola Gay. The bomb's name was Little Boy. It traveled for 45 seconds before exploding 2,000 feet above the face of the earth. The radius of devastation was 5 kilometers. 80,000 people died instantly and 2 lakh estimated deaths were reported. There were 60,000 destroyed buildings, devastated 90% of the city. The carriers of the bomb were advised by the government to carry cyanide pills if they had failed the mission. Even after issuing several warnings to the city, they ignored it because they had never experienced anything similar to that. The attack on Nagasaki commenced on 11:01 AM 9 August 1945. The bomb was Fat Man. It exploded right at the outskirts of the city. There were 35,000 instant deaths, 60,000 injured, and 80,000 to 1 lakh estimated deaths. 23% of the buildings burned and 70% of the industrial area were destroyed. The radius of impact of Fat Man was 3.2 kilometers. Even though Fat Man is much bigger than Little Boy, it did lesser damage. Little Boy exploded at the heart of the city, whereas Fat Man exploded at the outskirts of the city, doing lesser damage. Out of the 165 survivors who were present at the time of both the bombings, Tsutomu Yamaguchi is one of the survivors who died in 2010 at the age of 93. In the year 1945, only a handful of countries had nuclear weapons, but now they are in thousands. Total 15,600 nuclear weapons exist, out of which 92% belong to the Russia and the US. Out of all the nuclear weapons out there, Russia has 7,300, US has 6,970, France has 300, China has 260, UK has 215, Pakistan has 125, India has 115, Israel has 60 to 400 weapons, North Korea has 10 weapons in total. Even though these two bombs devastated the biggest industrial cities in Japan at that time, they are nothing compared to the bombs of today. The bombs that US and Russia have today are thousands and thousands of times bigger and better than the previous bombs. Little Boy, which devastated Hiroshima, contains 15 kilotons of TNT. Fat Man contains 21 kilotons of TNT. On the other hand, B-83, which is tested by USA on 1975 and 76, contains 1.2 megatons of TNT. 1 megaton is 1000 kilotons of TNT, which means it is 80 times bigger than Little Boy. Castle Bravo has 15 megatons of TNT, which means it is 1000 times bigger than Little Boy. The Tsar bomb, which is 50 megatons of TNT, is the biggest bomb anyone has ever tested on Earth. It is 3,333 times bigger than Little Boy. If you add uranium-238 tamper and mix it with the SAR bomb, you can create the biggest bomb in human history, which will weigh 100 megatons in total. The 50 megaton SAR bomb has the capacity to eliminate entire Paris from the face of the Earth. Even though many treaties are in place to avoid this, no one is keen to follow them. Alexander Fleming invented penicillin in 1928. Wright brothers took the first manned flight in 1903, and Graham Bell invented the telephone in 1876. While these three are great inventions to move humanity forward, on the other hand, we are developing bombs and things to destroy each other in our conflicts. Are we moving forward or are we moving backwards?